Bonjour à tous et bienvenue à ma chaîne YouTube. Merci d'être ici et bon visionnage. Today on my workbench I have Williams' Breckwell brand Pellet Stove Controller. This is an older Breckwell controller which has 6 wires connected directly to terminal lugs as compared to the newer version, if you can call them that, which have a Molex connector where there's a 6-pin or 8-pin connector on them. So this is an old controller, but it still functions quite nicely once it's been repaired. Williams sent me this one because he was having some problems with the Aga Drive. He noted that recently the controller would drive constantly at some settings, which overfilled the pot, put out the fire, and essentially created a hazard. So he wanted it serviced and repaired. I agreed I would look at it for him, gave him my contact information. I received it today. I did some troubleshooting work. I identified the real problem. I made some repairs. And now I'm ready to do final tests before I package it up and return it to William. As you can see, William's controller is currently connected to my test fixture. My test fixture is made up of a few items. First, I have a wiring harness which connects the controller to my tester. I have a faceplate here where I normally mount Breckwell style controllers, but since I don't have a faceplate for this one, it won't fit here, and I'm not doing that today. The faceplate also holds an actual auger motor at the rear, and this auger motor has a shaft that comes out the front, and the front shaft has a decal on it to show that it's spinning, so you can see that in the video. At the same time, I have 4 light bulbs at the rear that simulate different functions of your pellet stove. The first one in white simulates the igniter. This controller will not control this light bulb, so we will not see it come on. And then we have a combustion fan in blue. In yellow we have the auger motor, and in red we have the convection or room fan. This controller will control the convection fan, so you'll see that come on. So we're ready to turn it on and start testing. So as I do that, 2 lights will come on. We see that the convection fan has come on. I'm in low here. I'm in low here as well, so it's kind of dim, which means the fan would be running slowly. And at the same time the combustion fan is on, so that's normal for a pellet stove. We're in manual mode right now, so there's a few things we can check. First, the room or convection fan. If I press the switch here, we see that the intensity of the convection light bulb has gone up, which means the fan would be running faster. Or faster, slower, faster, slower. The next thing I can check is a rotary dial where I have 6 positions, 6 or 7 positions. As I rotate through that, we see the intensity of the light bulb increase. That means the fan would be running faster or slower. Note, as I say this for every one of these controllers, positions D, E, and max are hardwired together, so the light bulb intensity doesn't really change. We see it flicker, but it doesn't really change. So if I go back to low, the next thing we can check is the Aga Drive in manual mode. There's a momentary switch here. If I press it, we see that the auger comes on. So that's fully functional. So all the manual checks are working correctly. Now it's time to go into automatic mode. To do that, I press on this switch right here. That will cause this light to come on, this LED, and it will start a timer in the controller which will determine when the first automatic auger cycle will happen. So let me press that. There we have it. We see the green light has come on up front here, and now the timer is running. I'm going to tilt this a little bit while we wait and wait for the first auger cycle to happen. It'll be quite short. Let's wait for it, and we'll see the green LED here come on. Should be nice and bright now. There it is. As you saw, the LED came on nice and bright. So we'll do that one more time. Notice in this instance the long off time and the very short burst of drive for the auger motor itself. Just about there. There it is, very short burst. Now if I rotate this to the max position, we see the intensity of the convection or room fan has come on. Now we'll have a shorter duration between auger cycles and a longer on time. So let's wait for that now. There, as you notice, the auger cycle is much longer, and it's a shorter period between auger cycles. That way we're going to feed more pellets into the stove in high position. One more time. There we have it. So now we have a nice bright light on. I replaced that. And the switch is in max, so everything is running fine. So if I go back to low, we'll wait for the auger cycle to run once or twice just to confirm functionality. There's a very short burst, and one last one. Here we go. Very short burst. There it is. So there we have it, William. Your pellet stove is once again fully functional. I do want to thank you very much for sending it to me for repairs. I appreciate that very much. In the meantime, for all you other viewers, if you have a pellet stove controller of your own that you have questions about, or you need service and repairs done to it, please feel free to contact me. You'll find my contact information in the description just below this video. In the meantime, I hope you'll take a few seconds to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.